questions?
Do you have any advice for a young artist trying to get their own art gallery?
Your own art gallery. Find people, find whoever, whatever you want to do. There's somebody that's probably already doing it. So find them, bug them every day, and just like be under them, just be around them, see how the business of that works, and meet people who do that what you want to do.
Before I go to a city, I usually Google their galleries. And I found that any curator is extremely responsive to the gallery because they're a custom curator for the artists that's usually very cool. So if you email them and ask them how they did it, you might have advice for you.
Have y'all already influence somebody in Vegas?
I would hope not, you know, I would hope not, but, you know, with art, I think you can't please everyone. There's always going to have somebody who has some kind of critique, but I would hope not. I would hope more so excuse people in a way that they want to make art too.
We've painted in situations where we couldn't finish the work. So we painted in neighborhoods that we were paid to come paint in, and then the people in the neighborhood were real not happy with us painting there, and they let it be known. So I feel like the thing about public art is it's like the most democratic form of art. If someone's unhappy with it, you're going to know it pretty quick. Whether it's them wearing you or them painting over it, that's an issue for you. I think there's a lot of give and take and push and pull. So if it does influence someone in a negative way, it's usually not there for 2 weeks.
What was that? You said Google or something?
Call for entries. That's where the grants and the percent for art programs. a lot of bigger jobs.
Cafe.org is an acronym for call for entry. If you go to cafe.org, we get a lot of job opportunities there.
You know, how do you go about pricing your work?
We have a square foot rate that we like. We won't say that amount, but we price it by the square foot, and we also have a minimum. A lot of times people are going to try to hustle you, especially if you're doing anything that contains drawing. People try to hustle you for the sketches. Like they'll say, I want you to do a fully rendered sketch. And I tell people the first sketch is free. I'll make one round of small adjustments after that. But then if you want some more sketches, if you want to keep changing it, because people will get really picky, then it's going to be $50 a sketch after that.
I do it by a percentage. So if there's a wall that they want to paint, and say the agreed price is $5,000, I make them pay me 10% upfront before I start the sketch. Because otherwise you spend like 2 weeks on the drawing, and then you're just like, have it on the wall later, and they turn it down. You want to have something tangible to make sure you know that they're sincere about it.
Like a deposit.
Yeah, because if not, you get a lot of people who are like, hey, could you draw my little brother? And you're like, sure, and you draw it, and you're like, do you like it? And you're like, yeah, bye. You have no money, you get pictures of other people's family. Try to get a deposit every time. And try to get every business transaction in some sort of very clear writing. Even if it's just an email receipt, keep track of it and make sure you're really clear about your prices so that it comes to it and you have it.
How do you keep your own color palettes?
It depends. Sometimes it's like literally the paint that we have, and then we try to make it work. Same as you. I went to school like you, so we have some basis. A lot of mine are inspired by specific artists. So if I'm looking at like a Tintoretto or something, blue pink and then like an aqua green. So we try to use color from like a very different spot. So I don't look at like street art to get color. Sometimes that catches your eyes and then you try to bring it into it.
My advice on that subject would be don't ever use paint straight out of the tube. Like you never, or at least unless you're intentionally doing it for a reason, like just straight up yellow, straight up red, straight up blue. Like add some white to it, add like a hit of some green, but never use like just straight up blue or straight up yellow or red.
And what we've been trying to do lately is we're trying to avoid any pure colors value-wise as well. So we try not to use any pure white, we try not to use any pure black. We think that helps it get a little more cohesive.
Right, like that white has just a tiny bit of like blue or something in it.
Yeah, and then all the dark lines you're seeing, that like it's a dark red. So yeah, good question. Whatever you're interested in, I think I should of course see them through. I read too many comic books, so it's kind of complicated. Yeah.
Is it a message you ever, like, is it a consistent message you try to get across in your pieces?
Not consistent, like I'm not a consistent human being. Like sometimes I'm talking about a subject, but other times I'm not. And I think that's the same in the work. Like sometimes it's a lot more like, this is much more like improv where we're just sort of responding to one another. And so the content really is our relationship on the wall. Other times it is very contrived and very specific. And a lot of times it depends on how long I have before the project. So if I get a wall and I know it's coming up 3 months from now, I'll give it a lot of thought. And I'll try to make a narrative and try to make a theme and a topic I want to talk about. But it's something like this where we get off the bus and 6 hours later we're painting. It's just caveman instincts. What about you?
What's that?
Do you have a theme as well?
Not really.
Or
It's project to project.
I mean, like, I never took heed to it. I mean, I kind of have, but, I mean, just personally for you two, like, what you think artists, when they create their work, what you think they personally gain from it?
Man, I mean, my entire like worldview is structured around art making. That's the skeleton that's inside me. So I mean, it's a personal answer, but like for me, it's self-edifying. Like every way I've ever thought I was progressing as a person, as an individual, like the evidence is in my artwork, at least to me. You know, I can look at my old artwork and remember who I was at that time, what I wanted to work on visually and what I wanted to work on personally. So it becomes this very like, you have a receipt of your life when you're a visual artist. If you go through your portfolio, you see how you've changed as a person, what's become important, what's lost in things.
I think what I do, I think of it in a lot of ways as just a reflection of humanity. I think that's what separates us from other things, that we have something to say, we have something that we want to express. And I think what I do, I just look at it completely as free expression. I can say things visually that I can't say with my words. That I think, speaking is one of the hardest things to do, to say exactly how you feel, but you can look at some artwork and you kind of understand in a deeper way, just on a human level, what that person is feeling or what they're like. So I think that's what I think, really.
Have you guys ever questioned the path you took as an artist for yourself? Like,
Every day, bro.
how do you handle that? Like, what do you do to drop yourself back into it?
Man, I can show you some YouTube videos. You just listen to real confident people.
I mean, I think it goes back to what he was saying about building a community, man. You have to surround yourself with people who are like-minded. If you're just solo, you're going to burn out quick and be discouraged. But if you're surrounded by people who, to me, when I got out of school, I was washing dishes, and I thought I'll get this degree and then it'll just be an easy path, So I thought I couldn't find work when the first few months, so I was washing dishes, and I was just still hustling art jobs on the side, and it just became a point to where it was okay, I don't have to do this anymore, I can only do art. And then there was another point where things got slow and I had to get another part-time job, but it keeps it's like this sometimes, and now it's been over a year, close to 2 years where I haven't done anything else except for art-related jobs. So it's just you just got to keep that momentum going, and the better you get, and the faster that you come up, the more work you'll have. I doubt it. Every day, I'm man, it would be a lot easier if I just went and got a job, But,
I doubt it less often, but I still doubt it. Just look right at your feet on what you're doing now. And I can't emphasize enough the community aspect. I was born in Escataba, Mississippi. So when I go home, if it's Thanksgiving or something, it's like being in an acid bath for my career conflicts. because you're surrounded by people who have no idea what you're doing or why you would do it. You sound ridiculous. So it's good, like, if you're delusional, be around other delusional. Keeps the status quo. And it does work out. You're not delusional, but it is scary. It is an alternative lifestyle, and I think most young artists don't realize that. You can't equate your success with the success of someone in a normal field, like the normal dreams was having. If I become huge in street art, I'll have a pretty bad car. It's not fiscal.
Push through it, man. Like, read articles, look at artists you like, you know, be inspired. Like, if you feel uninspired, you got to do whatever it takes to re-inspire yourself, you know.
That Chuck Close quote about how inspirations for amateurs dress as a show can get to work. A lot of the images I'm happiest with now, I was like, I didn't want to draw it all that day. And so as you're drawing it, and when you finish it, you might hate it. If you sit on it a couple of weeks, you end up seeing some merit to it. I think a lot of that's just all in your head, but it's not actually in the art. You're making artwork every day.
Yeah, consistency is the key, I would say.
It's like working out.
Yes. Do you like think that doubt in a way is kind of like pain, and that it's kind of like motivation for you?
Like, what is?
If doubt is like pain in a
I
way?
think it's like fear, and fear can really drive you if you can ride it, you know, like a bronco. If you have it below you, then it's just don't let it get up top. It's sort of like surfboard.
Is 42 your favorite number?
It is my favorite one. Yeah, you guys may have seen some of that eventually. There's a weird, complicated history. So when beepers, the crew used to be called IA, but when beepers were around, does anybody remember beepers? Right, so like if I wanted to, the crew used to be called IA, which on the keypad at the time was 4-2. So if I wanted to paint, I would take beep U, page U, and I would put IA on the end, which numerically is 42. So just kind of a lucky number. Any other questions?
We got time for 2 more questions. Or no questions?
What did you really want to get across to us again from this experience?
Work hard, work as hard as you can, work every day. That's what I would say.
I mean, that's trying to be correct. Work real hard. If you don't have vacations, be like an 80-year-old man. Get in contact with anybody that you're influenced by. Like, get in touch with everybody you're interested in getting in touch with. There's no reason like you're not capable of being about anybody that has a social media account. It's weird to have such a powerful tool on our person all the time. And for the most part, it's underutilized. All right. Well, if that's it. We really appreciate y'all coming. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for that.